What's going on? What's going on, guys? Let me know if you can hear me in the comment section, please. Let me know. Can you hear me? What's up? What's up, guys? Bionano Genomics is going really crazy today, man. Down 6.44%. 6.44%. What's going on, investors? Can you hear me? We still have about let me see. We still have about 35 minutes, I believe, before the 35 minutes before the Ladenburg Thalmann Healthcare Conference begins. It's going to start around 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. What's up, Mel Brown? Can you hear me, brother? Let me know, please, if you can hear me in the comment section. Let me know if this setup is good enough. Let me know, guys, so that we can continue. What's up? What's going on, Mel Brown? What's up, bro? What a day. Bionano Genomics. It's been a while since I come live. Loud and clear. What's up? What's going on, family? What's up? It's been a while, guys. Bionano Genomics is really going crazy today, guys. It is down about 6.5%. I mean, that's absolutely insane. I'm getting a lot of messages from my viewers, asking me why I keep buying the dip every day and how many shares of Bionano Genomics do I presently own. That's a very funny question. I don't even know how to answer it to these guys. I mean, most of investors of Bionano Genomics right now are becoming short-term oriented, guys. I mean, if you take a look at what has been happening with the price, the stock price, we have been going down heavily since 8th of June. Since last month, the stock price has been going down heavily. We went high to that almost $10 level, and then we've been going down since then. So a lot of investors are losing hope. Of course, retail investors, not institutional investors, okay? Because we know that institutional investors are the real diamond and retail investors are, more or less trying to get rich. I mean, not all of us. Majority of us just want to get rich quick. We want to make money as fast as possible. What's going on, Dayo? What's up? What's up? Let me know, guys. Introduce yourself in the comment section. Let me know who you guys are. Right now, we have about 7 viewers, and I'm going to take it slowly. I'm going to take it slow. We're going to begin slowly. It's been a while since I come live. I'm going to be answering some questions. If you guys have any question for me, you can easily drop it. And of course, let me quickly share this link. Let me quickly share it with some of my viewers that I am live. Today is the Ladenburg Thalmann Healthcare Conference, guys. So Bionano Genomics CEO is going to be speaking in about 30 minutes time. They are going to begin that event. The CEO, Dr. Erik, is going to be speaking, and like I have been telling you guys in my previous videos, we are going to, we are going to have an idea of what is coming during the earnings. Hopefully, he's going to be sharing more information with us about perhaps, how many Sapphire devices are out there. We know that some laboratories in Europe, for example, are going crazy about the Sapphire device. In Belgium, for example, the largest university hospital is right now piloting the Sapphire device. In China, for example, we have some universities as well, some laboratories using Sapphire device right now. Bionano Genomics partner with another laboratory in China. So hopefully today is going to tell us what is going on with Bionano Genomics in terms of management, fundamental analysis, of course, because the price has been more or less disappointing so far, to a lot of retail investors, maybe not institutional investors, because if you have $1 million invested in a company, I believe you are not expecting to double your money overnight. Most of all these institutional investors are the real whales. We retail traders, we are just here to make fast money most of the time. And most of us are getting disappointed right now because the stock price has more or less not been doing anything since March. You guys can easily see the stock price has more or less been, going up and down, going sideways. Let's just say sideways since March of 2021. The price has been going sideways, we went down to that $4.30 level, bounced up to that $9.10 level, and it's more or less a cycles, okay? I mean, going the same location, and a lot of retail investors are getting tired of the stock, which of course is another kind of bullish signal, okay? I mean, you have to invest in a company when almost nobody wants to invest in that company. You know, you have to be fearful when others are greedy, and you got to be greedy when others are fearful, according to a wise man known as Warren Buffett. So what's up? How you doing? I'm fine, Adam Master. No, we didn't. The conference is going to begin in the next what time is it right now? Let me see my time. The conference is going to begin in the next 30 minutes. So I'm just more or less going to be here hosting you guys for the next 30 minutes. Hopefully I'll be able to answer some questions, and of course we can go through some, you know, fundamental analysis, technical analysis of Bionano Genomics. I mean, I make video almost every day to share with you guys what is going on with the company, and you guys can see that I have reduced the amount of videos that I make every day. I'm trying to provide you guys with quality content, okay? I don't want to just be bombarding you guys with, you know, all kind of videos, 3 videos, 4 videos every day, breaking news and so on and so forth. I want to combine everything into 1 or 2 videos every day or every 2 days so that I don't waste your time. What's going on, Daniel Thibaud Dale? Missy Dayo. Dayo, Missy Dayo. What's up, guys? What's going on, fans? What's up? What company, what stocks are you guys, you know, investing in? What stock have you guys been buying apart from Bionano Genomics? What's going on? Let's take a look at what has been going on with the market since I mean, I already made a video today talking about the a little bit about fundamental analysis of Bionano Genomics. So stock market, let's see what's happened today so far. I think the market is just closed. So let's take a look at what is going on with the stock market. Nasdaq is at all-time highs, guys. All-time high. Nasdaq is going crazy, even though Bionano Genomics, you know, all these small cap stocks are more or less not doing anything significant, and it's driving a lot of investors crazy, a lot of retail investors, of course. This is the let's take a look at the past 3 months performance of the stock market. So this is the biotechnology sector the past 3 months, and as you guys can see, most of all these companies, you know, like Moderna, Regeneron, and so on and so forth, Intelia, you know, they have been performing very well in the past 3 months. And Bionano Genomics, of course, is more or less, you know, trading sideways in the past 3 months. And right now, Nasdaq is at all-time high, guys. I mean, you can see Microsoft, Apple, Amazon is today. It's got, I think Amazon got to, you know, it's got to all-time high today or something like that. So in the past 3 months, Amazon is up like 10%, you know, compared to Bionano Genomics. Let me see. I'm just gonna open the chart of Bionano Genomics to one side. You know, 3 months performance. I have only 1 month performance right here, guys. 6 months performance. Yahoo Finance is not providing 3 months performance. So in my opinion, Bionano Genomics right now is super undervalued. Okay, if you take a look at my chart, you know, I told you guys that $2 billion US market cap is more or less the what should I call it? You know, we have these short sellers and they have their own crazy theories that Bionano Genomics is perfectly, you know, priced, okay, evaluated, and that price, of course, is $2 billion US in market cap. So right now, the stock price is, you know, the market cap is right now 1.6 billion, more or less 1.7 billion US. So we are more or less like 300 million US below their crazy level, okay? 300 million US. Anytime I tell you guys in my video that I bought the dip, that is one of the things that I am trying to tell you guys, okay? When we get to $2 billion, that's when you see the articles, like for example from Zacks or from T-Pranks or from Investors Place. That's when you see all these guys going crazy negative again about Bionano Genomics. If Bionano Genomics is too expensive, if now is the best time to invest in Bionano Genomics or not. So in my opinion, we are below that level, like 300 million US dollars, okay? Because right now we still have about just 107 Sapphire devices installed so far, in according to the report from the first quarter of 2021. So we are still waiting to hear what Bionano Genomics CEO is going to tell us today, okay? The conference is going to begin in the next 26 minutes. We still have enough time, so you guys can feel free to use the comment section to let me know what is going on. What's up? What's up, investors? What's going on, guys? What's going on? So we have about $3 million US to get to that crazy level of short seller. Okay, they are saying that Bionano Genomics, according to the total addressable market, okay, that the CEO has shared with us several times, they are saying the total addressable market is between let's say 1.5 billion US dollars and 3.5 billion US dollars. Okay, so whenever we get to that 2 billion US dollars, market capitalization, short sellers always come out and share their bearish thesis once again. So right now, in my opinion, I don't think we are going to see any article right now talking about, selling Bionano Genomics or not. You won't see those articles right now because I follow this every day, okay? But whenever the market capitalization is above 2 billion US dollars, they will start to pop out, okay? They will start to come out with their crazy thesis once again. Bionano Genomics, unfortunately, close to the 6.6%. And if you are a deep buyer, today's market opening was another great time to add to your position of Bionano Genomics. And if this is your first time with this company, today has presented you another great opportunity, to initiate a position in Bionano Genomics. You don't expect the stock price you don't want to buy high and sell low. You have to buy low, in order to sell high. This is a very simple investing strategy or theory or whatever that, the likes of Warren Buffett always teach us, we retail investors, okay? So you buy low when the stock price is undervalued, underappreciated, and you hope to sell high after it is, priced or valuated. So because I receive a lot of questions, my viewers asking me, Dayo, what is going on with Bionano Genomics? Why is the stock price going down? People are going crazy. Believe me, people are going crazy about BNGO. Most investors put their money in this company when it went crazy in January. That's when, the hype was very, very strong around this level. Most people still have positions opened around this level, and I also have position open around, from 11 to 12 point something US dollars, which I didn't sell so far. I just have to hold. Okay, so technically, this is what I am watching right now with Bionano Genomics. As you guys can see, the price is, testing my strong support level. And this right here, this moving average right here, this is the 200 daily moving average, okay? If Bionano Genomics break my support line and break this moving average, I'm going to go crazy, okay? So that's more or less what I am watching so far. But I also have to caution you guys that I am a long-term investor in Bionano Genomics. I have a video that I am presently editing, which is going to show you guys the power of the Sapphire device, okay? I'm not going to reveal the information about that video in this live stream. You guys have to wait. I think tomorrow I'm going to post it. It's not easy to make a video. I spent almost 3 hours on that video already today. About 1 hour to record it, and I spent about 2 hours to edit it, and I am still not done with the editing. You guys are going to appreciate that video. There are tons of information about the Sapphire device. Not about the stock price or anything like that. I'm going to talk about, in that video I spoke about the Sapphire device, the power, the technology behind the device, and comparing Bionano Genomics to other companies that 10, 20 years ago were more or less in the same position that Bionano Genomics today is, okay? That Bionano Genomics is right now today. So you guys are going to find that video super interesting, and I promise you it is going to increase your conviction with Bionano Genomics. You will see. I'm going to post it tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm going to finish editing it, tomorrow after work. So What's going on? What's going on, guys? Let me know. Let me know what you guys are up to. We have about 15 viewers right now. I mean, Bionano Genomics CEO is going live in the next about 22 minutes. We have 22 minutes left before the Ladenburg Thalmann conference is going to begin. Okay, we have about 22 minutes left. So I'm going to put this to the side. This is the stock market performance in the past 3 months, and I mean the energy sector, Apple, Microsoft, Facebook, all of them are performing very well. Another stock that I want you guys to pay attention to is Alibaba. There is a lot of controversial news going on with Alibaba right now. The CEO with the Chinese government, they are all going crazy right now. So you guys might want to pay attention to this stock, Alibaba, because right now it is extremely undervalued. Okay, I mean, if you want to compare Alibaba to Amazon right now is trading at $3,679 US. Meanwhile, Alibaba is just around 209 US. Okay, I mean, the market capitalization of Alibaba is even about 600 billion US. I think about 600 billion US, compared to Amazon, which of course is in the trillions of US dollars level. Okay, so you might want to pay attention to Alibaba as well. So let me see if I can give you guys another stock in this. I mean, apart from Tesla, Alibaba, obviously, and the healthcare sector, we have this biotechnology sector. Look at that. We have some stock going crazy, like mRNA, up 71% in the past 3 months. And we have which other stock is going crazy right there? So we have BNTX as well, up 77% in the past 3 months. You guys might want to take a look at all these crazy stocks as well. And if you want to diversify a little bit, it's always healthy sometimes to take a look at what is going on with in other sectors. So we have Nvidia. We have another stock that I am watching closely is AMD, of course. AMD, if you want to compare it to Nvidia, trading right now at $809 US. AMD, in my opinion, is not even doing anything so far. Okay, I mean, AMD is another thing you guys might want to keep an eye on. And let me see if I can find something else. Most of my stocks are not even visible right now on this. And Shopify is also a good one. I mean, these are strong companies with very strong earnings, not mid-cap companies. We have Adobe as well. Adobe is also very strong. In the past 3 months, it's up about 18.6%. And Adobe, Microsoft obviously is just getting started. I mean, so let's take a look at what is going on with I'm going to close this one right now. I want to share some news with you guys. Bionano Genomics. We have some crazy news going on with Bionano Genomics. I shared a few of them in my previous videos. We have this one. This one is from today. I shared some information about this today. The Bionano Genomics optical genome mapping extensively featured at the 2021 European Cytogenomics Conference. Bionano Genomics is going crazy in Europe, guys. I mean, the adoption. The good thing is, in my opinion, this is just the beginning. Okay, I mean, it's always difficult whenever you are invested in a company to be patient. It is always extremely difficult. I remember when, let me say, Intelia, for example. I'm going to show you guys something. I remember when Intelia was trading around this level. Okay, Intelia, it took Intelia about 4 years, 4 good years for Intelia to break out. Okay, look at that. I'm going to put it to the weeklies. This is Intelia, for example. Look at that. Just imagine we are somewhere around here. Okay, let's say this is Bionano Genomics. Okay, Intelia, it took it about since 2016. I have known Intelia. I've been following Intelia strongly since 2017, 18, 19. And look at that. All of a sudden, last year, November or so, Microsoft CEO, then Bill Gates Foundation, they threw about, I think about 700. I can't remember exactly the amount. Microsoft CEO. I'm going to show it. Microsoft investment in Intelia. Okay, Intelia. So Microsoft threw some, thinking about my Bill Gates and other 120. No. Bill Gates 1 December millions of low score. Bill Gates. November. I think it's November 2020. So Bill Gates threw some money in Intelia. Bill Gates is investing millions in low-cost CRISPR cure. Let's take a look at this one, for example. So millions in low millions of sickle. So Intelia is developing some kind of therapy for sickle cell patients. Okay, so Bill Gates, Microsoft, they threw about, okay, they pledged 100 million US dollars in Intelia. Okay, and what happened to the stock price? This is when they made that pledge, somewhere in December, November. I'm going to show you guys, because you don't know what is going to happen next. If you're invested in a company, you want to be extremely patient. Okay, you don't know when that crazy breaking news is going to happen. Now, Bill Gates put money into Intelia around this level, guys. Around this level, 2nd of November, up to like the last 2 weeks of November and the first week of December. And what happened, guys? The stock price went crazy. Bam! And since then, Intelia has never looked back. Okay, it has never. Look where Intelia is today, guys. Take a look at that. This is where Intelia is. Intelia was trading around 21 US dollars when Bill Gates Foundation pledged about 100 million US dollars in this company, just to, because they are developing some kind of therapy that is going to help cure sickle cell disease. Okay, and that is when the stock price popped. Nobody expected it. Of course, I made a lot of money investing in Intelia, and I'm still an investor of Intelia. Okay, I'm still invested in Intelia, buying the dip as well. So that is when Intelia went crazy. And what happened? We saw Intelia consolidating since the beginning of this year until about 3 weeks ago. This is the weekly candlestick, guys. Okay, Intelia started to consolidate for about 5 months, and what happened? It popped, okay, because they announced that their trial, the phase 1 or phase 2 trial, is successful. That's why the stock price popped. Okay, now in comparison to Bionano Genomics, this is what is presently going on with Bionano Genomics. I'm just trying to let you guys know what is going on with the company, with the stock price. Okay, because a lot of people are getting impatient right now. They want to perhaps close their position in losses. Perhaps some people are already doing that. Okay, so in 2018, Bionano Genomics filed their IPO. You guys can see when they IPO'd in 2018, around August 2018, and they opened around $6. Okay, $6 2018. So since then, Bionano Genomics has more or less been it has been consolidating, going sideways since then. Okay, excuse me, guys. You guys can see that the stock price right now is around $6. So that is exactly where they IPO'd in 2018, and they went down in 2000. Since after they IPO, they started to go down. Okay, till December, till around that kind, 21st of December 2020. That's when Bionano Genomics popped. And that, of course, is when I started to invest in this company. You can call me the luckiest. Be alive. Okay, so this is what has been happening so far with Bionano Genomics, consolidating around this level. And when that news happened, when Bionano Genomics was about to pop, nobody knew about it. Just imagine you invest in this company in December and you were like, oh my god, since October 2019, this stock has more or less been doing nothing. So I am going to close my position and move on to the next great stock. Then you close your position only to look back and see the price of BNGO, fly from 50 cents to about 15 point something US dollars. Then you're gonna be crying. Okay, so that is the power of holding. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful, according to genius Warren Buffett. So that's why I keep buying the dip, and I keep learning more about Bionano Genomics, learning more about the fundamental of this company, trying to see if anything has changed so far. And in my opinion, okay, nothing bad has happened to BNGO so far. The only changes that we have been seeing so far is the incremental adoption of the Sapphire device. Researchers are going crazy about the Sapphire device, and you guys can see from the breaking news that that was published today by Bionano Genomics. Of course, researchers are very happy with what the Sapphire device is doing so far. So we just have to wait. We just have to wait and see what's gonna happen. We have about 12 minutes left before the CEO is gonna go live and let us know what is going on with Bionano Genomics, baby. BNGO, with BNGO. The video is muted. Wait a minute. Okay. Bionano Genomics. I'm gonna refresh this. I'm going to refresh it. I'm gonna refresh this. The presentation will begin shortly. Please refresh your page if the session does not start automatically. So I will just keep refreshing it, and so I'll keep this like this so that we don't miss what is going on, what is gonna happen next. What's up, investors? Yeah, young investors want to get rich quick. I mean, this is super obvious, Daniel. You know, we want to make money as fast as possible, even though most of us made a lot of money. I mean, my portfolio in 2021 is up over 70% right now, guys. Over 70% in just about 7 months, not even 7 months so far. 70%. I mean, that is crazy, right? There is no way you can put your money in a bank and you can make 70% return in 7 months. That is impossible. What's going on, Jamel? What's up, fam? What's going on? What's up, everyone? Let me know what you guys are up to in the comment section. We have about 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left to go. 10 minutes left to go, guys. 10 minutes to go. BNGO. I need to check. I have to check my speaker and make sure everything is working perfectly. Okay. I need to try and play something and see if the sound. I have to check the sound and make sure everything is working fine so that, you know. Okay, the sound is working fine, guys. So the sound is good. There is no sound so far. Okay, the sound is good. So the sound is good, mic is good, everything is set. We just have to wait. We have about 10 minutes or 8 minutes left, about 9 minutes left before we get to see Dr. Erik Holmlin, the CEO of Bionano Genomics, baby. One of the best CEO in 2021, in my opinion. I mean, you guys can say whatever it is you want to say. Bionano Genomics CEO is one of the best CEO in my opinion in 2021. Okay, I mean, this guy is delivering. He is delivering, even though the stock price is not showing what we would love to see right now. I mean, so far, I believe they are performing very well. The CEO, the CFO, the CBO, and the CCO, of course, and of course, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Al-Kashaube, in my opinion, are performing, and, I want to tell you guys something. I think Bionano Genomics, Dr. Akashau, this is more or less two companies in one, okay? We have this lineaging that we acquired in last year, around that's August last year, we acquired lineaging. And you guys should know that, the CMO, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Akashau, she is the leader of lineaging, okay? I mean, she is the one leading lineaging. So more or less, Bionano Genomics is like a combination of two companies. And the way I see it is more or less also like Bionano Genomics is being run by two people, okay? By the CEO, of course, and by the CMO, because the CMO is the one running the lineaging part of the business, and the CEO, of course, is more or less the general overseer of the company. So that is also another good thing, because Dr. Akashaube, she is a very smart woman. I mean, she is very smart, okay? You guys need to read more about her. I have read a lot of documents relating to Dr. Alka, and I believe she is a very smart person, and I believe she is going to keep doing wonderful job with lineaging, with the leadership of lineaging. What's up, guys? What's up? Everyone is coming in little by little. Yeah, Dr. Erik is a gift from heavens. I agree with you, Daniel. I mean, I share your opinion. I think he's doing a wonderful job so far. As you guys can see in the first quarter, if you want to look at their financials, they are spending that money wisely, because they, at one point had about 360 something million US dollars in cash. no debt, nothing. So we just have that money. We are going to find out what they have been able to do with this money in the second quarter earnings, and I cannot wait. Okay, I can't wait. I need to see what is going on. What is going on financially with Bionano Genomics? How much they have spent so far? Because we can see that they acquired. They employed two huge guys. We are talking about the CBO and the CCO, and these guys are weights. Okay, they are somebody with vast experience. Whenever you talk about genomics, we have this chief business officer, for example, Rich Sheep or Rich Sheepy. He is somebody that I believe is going to help us to get FDA approval. I already made a video about that. And the chief commercial officer, of course, he helped GeneDx to increase their revenue from $8 million US to $225 million US. So I believe he is also going to, Jason Pryor is who I'm talking about. I believe he's also going to deliver. These guys is going to help us to, increase our revenue, because a lot of people are saying Bionano Genomics is not profitable and so on and so forth. But like I already shared with you guys, I believe Bionano Genomics is going to be profitable in 2 years' time. In 2023, I believe Bionano Genomics is going to be profitable. You will see. We just have to keep monitoring what is going on. And the good thing is, this is just the beginning. We have just so far installed about 107 Sapphire so far. So we are just at the beginning, in my opinion. Yeah, Bionano Genomics they have been hiring powerhouse people all year, preparing for big moves. Sheep is a boss. Yeah, Rishi is a boss. I mean, this guy is not coming to play. As you guys can see, according to the CEO, when he made that tweet, I'm going to show you guys in a minute. I want to be sure that I'm not going to miss the. So Bionano Genomics, Erik Holmlin. Look at that, guys. Erik Holmlin made this tweet on June 14th. He said, "Hey Rangers, meet Rich Sheepy. He don't play." Okay, he don't play. This man is not here to joke. I mean, I have been enjoying Richard so far since his employment. I mean, everything about this guy so far has been positive, in my opinion. I follow his tweet. I follow him on LinkedIn. I follow him on, majority of social media that you guys might not be seeing. And I believe this guy so far is doing a amazing job. He's performing very well. And also, I want you guys to know that, in Europe, Jason Pryor is going crazy in Europe. He's helping Bionano Genomics Sapphire device to sell. Okay, he's helping the adoption of the Sapphire device in Europe. Jason Pryor, this guy is going to be a very huge tool for us if we are going to install 150 Sapphire device so far in 2021, for example. I believe Jason is going to help Bionano Genomics huge. And of course, the business officer, of course, is going to keep doing his thing as well. Let's take a look at some of how many minutes do we have? We have 3 minutes left to the conference. So let's take a look at what Richard Shippey has been up to lately. 15 hours ago, check out the back-to-back publication. Richard has been tweeting almost every day on a daily basis, which of course is his position, is his job. Okay. He has been tweeting almost every day, telling us what is going on with the Sapphire device, the OGM. Look at this, could OGM be OMG in the cytogenetics and NGS, blah, blah, blah. So Richard has been tweeting a lot of, super bullish positive things. For example, from Alexander Ocean that says he is not, financially invested in Bionano Genomics or PacBio, and that is why he is able to share his opinion, without any bias. He said, OGM, he said, here a combination of Bionano Genomics, OGM, and PacBio i5 genomes helped to find a retrotransposing insertion that standard assays missed. So, and we have 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. So let me take this away. We have 2 minutes left, okay? 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So let's close this one. Bionano Genomics pre-market after hours right now is up a little bit. I mean, this is absolutely nothing. I mean, I would love to see BNGO go up 10-15%. I miss those days that BNGO would, after hours, we would see 10%, 15%. 20% at one point. I miss those days, and hopefully, sooner or rather than later, BNGO is going to, start to show us all those crazy performance once again. Right now, the stock is more or less consolidating, going on the sideways. So we just have to wait. We have to be patient, guys. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. I'm going to get rid of this. Let's take a look at what is going on with. I haven't been to stock tweets to see what these guys have been up to. Okay, let's take a look at what. BNGO, baby. A lot of retail traders, retail investors. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. I'm going to refresh this. We have 1 minute to go. I am super pumped. I bought the dip, baby. I bought the dip. Holy dolly. How my boys doing? It's crazy how some guys can be, bearish BNGO and still try to fumble, try to, show off, let everybody know they are bearish. Look at this chart. This is a very interesting one. I think this is my chart. Okay, this is the same chart that I have been showing you guys. This is the same chart I've been showing you guys. So 10:30. Let's see. 10:30. I'll keep refreshing. I think they should come online any moment from now. Any moment from now, guys. Lopez LPZ, what's going on? What's up, brother? Long time no see. MOM, brother. What's going on, brother? What's up? Good to have you, brother. What's going on? What is going on? Shout out. This guy is a huge Bionano Genomics ape, diamond hand, MOM Genomics. MOM is the best. You need to follow this guy on Twitter. And this guy has more followers than the CEO of PacBio, Pacific Biosciences of California, on Twitter. Guys, you have to follow MOM if you want to stay up to date, with what Bionano Genomics is doing. On almost every hour, this guy is tweeting. Let me put him up once again, since we don't have any audio so far. MOM is a legend. I mean, you guys need to follow this guy on Twitter if you want to know what's going on with BNGO. Every hour, this guy is crazy. Believe me. When I started to follow this guy on Twitter, I was like, no way. This guy is super crazy. If you guys think I am crazy about Bionano Genomics, you should follow this guy on Twitter and see what's crazy is, what the true meaning of being crazy about a company. MOM is a very, very, OG, BNGO OG. I'm going to keep refreshing it. I don't know why they are not talking so far. We just have to wait. We are running a few minutes behind. Please remain on your web page and the presentation will start momentarily. So that's a message from Ladenburg Thalmann, guys. So we just have to wait. We have to keep, we have to be patient. Talk to me, guys. What's going on? We have about 22 viewers right now. Let's know what you guys are up to.
Good afternoon. This is Jeff Cohen, Investing Hands at Ladenburg Thalmann. Thank you for joining us. Erik Holmlin, who is President, CEO, and Director at Bionano Genomics. Erik, thank you very much for joining us, and I'm going to give you the floor. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Destiny. Appreciate the opportunity to participate and talk about Bionano with you today. Of course, we're going to be talking about some forward-looking statements, and so I would remind everybody that we have a number of filings available on our website and on the SEC website, and those can be and should be consulted. I want to keep putting Bionano into the context of really the genomics landscape and taking a pretty broad view. If we think about the first 20 years of genomics, it's really been defined by two technologies, the microarray and next generation sequencing. And I'm being kind of generous to the microarray. It's really been about next generation sequencing. And it's just been incredibly transformative because these technologies have enabled the creation of industries, that have spawned off companies. And if we think about now what's happening with sequencing compared to when those 2 decades began, say 20 years ago, we rightly should be just amazed. So adaptive biotechnologies, talk about them for a second. Sequencing every single T-cell receptor to build an incredible data set that drives all sorts of medicines, diagnostics, incredible capabilities enabled by that technology. And there are many others, the whole molecular diagnostics revolution driven by genomic health based on microarrays, PCR, and other methods. But when we look at the space of innovation from a technology perspective, it's clearly leveling off for next generation sequencing. Illumina is seeking to become a content company through its acquisition of Grail. The innovation, the next wave of big biology is going to come from somewhere else. And one of the areas that we believe it's going to come from is the analysis of genome structure. And that requires a completely new paradigm. And so we've been building our company to drive that shift. And so we focus on something called optical genome mapping. And we're approaching this market and this opportunity with the vision of bringing a new data type and a new platform to market. And the technique that we have developed is optical genome mapping, and it focuses on identifying genome structure and genome structural variation. So when you think about sequence changing and having that drive certain health and biological effects, the structure of the genome can change in the same way, and we'll talk about that in another couple of slides. Now, when we look at the opportunity for optical genome mapping behind a new platform, it's in a couple of areas. So immediately we have the opportunity to transform the genomic analysis landscape when it comes to genetic diseases and cancer. There are a number of cytogenetic tools that are used today, and we can really come in and provide a very efficient workflow. But when we also think about the sequencing that's going on in the space, a lot of it, 60, 70% of sequencing, is for some research application to ask some basic question about biology and medicine. And so if you're asking questions, you're going to want to have all of the tools available to you in your repertoire. And so we believe optical genome mapping is one such tool. And beyond these near-term markets, there's a lot of what we call white space, all sorts of new opportunities, new capabilities, new applications of genome structural analysis that can be driven by research, like new medicines, new diagnostic biomarker signatures, population analysis, newborn screening. This is some of the stuff that we believe is available to optical genome mapping as a field. Now, this platform, the Sapphire system, delivers something called OGM, and optical genome mapping is an approach that has been developed to look not at DNA sequence or genome sequence, but sequence patterns. And importantly, these sequence patterns unfold over an incredibly long distance in the genome, and that's why they reveal structure. The difference is, instead of looking at a single word off the page, we're able to look at full sentences. And so when a sentence has been rearranged in a paragraph, that's very obvious, but if a word has been misspelled, sometimes you'll read right past that. And so picking up the sequence requires this long view, and long read sequencing can only see, about 10,000 base pairs. It says 1,000 base pairs, but it's really about 10,000 base pairs, whereas we're looking over hundreds of thousands of base pairs. Furthermore, optical genome mapping is fast and inexpensive to operate, and it's essential for detecting really all classes of structural variation. And so it's a very powerful capability that also reveals the presence of variants in complex mixtures. So incredibly useful as a new tool in genome research, and certainly in areas of genome analysis in genetic diseases and cancer. Now, this term that I've been using, structural variation, it may sound new to a lot of people and investors in particular. It's actually a sequencing term They talk a lot about single nucleotide variants, but they know in the sequencing world that large chunks of the genome can move around, and those they refer to as structural variation. Well, guess what? The whole foundation of management of cancer, hematologic malignancies, solid tumors, and genetic diseases is all based on structural variation analysis. These are incredibly important variants that occur in patients, in subjects that are involved in different research studies. And in fact, these medical guidelines, and so we've listed the logos of several important standard-setting groups that drive the practice of medicine in these indications, and they all recommend the analysis of genome structure as part of first-line patient management. So anytime a patient is undergoing evaluation for genetic disease or cancer, they're going to have their genome structure analyzed. And in fact, genome structural variation is the basis of many targets of disease, and especially prevalent in rare diseases. And I've listed a few companies here that have been formed and making good progress in developing applications to address forms of muscular dystrophy, such as FSHD. And the point is that this area of genome structure is incredibly important, but there's limited tools available to address them. Now, I mentioned some of these market opportunities. We believe that the opportunity right at our doorstep ranges from $2.6 to $3.8 billion. And that's based on these two segments here. One is converting existing cytogenetic methods for analysis of genetic and heme malignancies into an optical genome mapping workflow. The reason you would do that is it's much simpler and faster and less expensive. And there's about 4 million patients worldwide who are analyzed for these indications on an annual basis. And there's also some research opportunities there. So that's a significant opportunity for us. And then I also mentioned this idea of complementing genome sequencing. So there are about 6,000 sequencers installed worldwide that are used in different forms of research discovery. So seeking to identify different targets and different biomarker signatures. And the idea is that if you're on a search and you're using sequencing, you would want to complement that with the optical genome mapping technology, because it's going to reveal more information about the samples that you're analyzing. And so that's the other element of our near-term market opportunity. Now, we see all sorts of expansion of the total available market for us. Solid tumor analysis is a big area. All forms of screening, newborn screening, a lot of fertility screening, parents considering pregnancy. Liquid biopsy, we know a lot about the liquid biopsy that's going on in the world today. Every positive test is going to need a reflex diagnostic test, and those are likely to be structural variations. And so our optical genome mapping approach is going to be very good at it. And same thing in population genetics. If you're searching through populations to discover what makes them unique, what might be different indications of disease susceptibility, you're going to want to do a genome structure analysis. So we believe that the near-term market is in the few $billion range, but the broader market is even significantly bigger. Now, I've been talking to you a lot about structural variations, and hopefully some of you are wondering, what are these structural variations and why haven't I heard about them before? And I think the answer to that question is in this slide. On the one hand, the traditional methods that are used to detect them are pretty antiquated. They've been around for a long time, and they're very slow and cumbersome to implement on a really big scale. And so this molecular revolution that we've seen driven by sequencing just hasn't caught up with this space, because the methods for genome structure analysis are not sequencing based. On the other hand, you haven't heard about them from the sequencing companies because sequencers don't really reliably detect structural variations. And so we have an opportunity that's perhaps missed by a lot of the companies that are going after genome variation today, because the real opportunity is in consolidating the multiple methods that exist within traditional cytogenetics, molecular and anatomic pathology into a single workflow based on optical genome mapping. And so that's really what we're focused on. Everybody wants to know, how does optical genome mapping with the Saphyr system measure up against the sequencing solutions that are out there? And so we put together this chart. And I want to emphasize that the table that we put together is based on published data where available, and the attributes that we're comparing are really important attributes, because those will be the attributes that a lab will evaluate when selecting a technology for structural variation analysis, especially in cancer and genetic diseases. So we've already talked about this idea of read length. The length over which you have a contiguous amount of information determines your ability to see structure. Ours is on average about 300,000 base pairs. So you can see how substantially longer that is than any sequencing solution that's available on the market. That's why optical genome mapping works. When we look at the performance, you can see hands down, it's the best for looking at large structural variations. A lot of the published data is out there on 5,000 base pairs and bigger, and so that's how we're making this comparison. You can see one of the best long-read sequencing solutions available is PacBio's, and they do a pretty good job, but they only detect about 72% of the insertions and deletions that our system picks up. So we're really in a class of our own in terms of performance. We're able to pick up what we call low cell fraction variants. So when the pathogenic cell type is present in relatively low abundance, our Saphyr system picks them up. And then we have a throughput and cost that's comparable to next generation sequencing. And so that's why this platform is increasingly becoming the platform of choice for labs that are doing genome structure analysis. And here's a slide. It's a busy slide. I recognize that. But on the left-hand side, we're showcasing, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big studies that have been completed. 4 out of the 5 have been published. These some of these European studies have come out recently in the last couple of weeks in the American Journal of Human Genetics. And they show that this platform is comparable and concordant with existing methods in the industry. And so it's reasonable to imagine transferring your workflow over. They also illustrate, like, for example, this study from UC San Francisco and Oakland Children's Hospital. They show that while traditional methods miss about 50% of diagnoses, the optical genome mapping picks up 18% of the missed diagnoses that are out there. And so it's not only as good as the standard of care, but it's better. And what we see on the right-hand side is a number of labs that have been adopting optical genome mapping for different applications in the strategy that makes sure that anybody who's interested in working with optical genome mapping will get access to it. So we provide services, and that's a way of really seeding the market with data about the capabilities so that there will be an enormous number of studies ongoing, papers published, and awareness about the capabilities. We have a pretty traditional life sciences instrumentation model where you can rent our platform called the Saphyr system by committing to a reagent annuity, or you can purchase the platform outright. And we also offer diagnostic services. So we have a CLIA business. Our CLIA business is actually based on the traditional methods, and we're using that business to as a platform through which we prove out new and novel tests that we'll be developing based on our Saphyr system and get them reimbursed by insurance companies. And our vision is that other labs would be able to follow that model. So this is how we go to market. We've been working on a number of initiatives to really create a war chest of data proving the value of our system in 4 areas: prenatal and pediatric constitutional genome analysis, oncology with heme malignancies, and then oncology and solid tumors. Each of these studies will be 1,000 patients or more. And these will be the data sets that we will use to influence medical society guidelines. Those data sets are unfolding over the next 6, 12, and even up as long as 24 months, and they'll be very powerful in influencing reimbursement and medical society guidelines. We're also working on a next generation instrument. So if you look at the historical throughput increases that we've been able to achieve, about 14-fold increase since the launch of the Sapphire system. We're up to about 5,000 samples per year now, but we're forecasting a new system that will take that up by another factor of 14. First, through an intermediate step that'll be available to the market in the first quarter of 2023, and then a second innovation that will gang several of those systems together to produce finally 70,000 samples per year. And so what we will have in the market is our existing system at 5,000 samples per year or fewer, and then a high throughput system that serves really high volume central labs doing all sorts of testing. And so our roadmap and the catalyst that you're going to see coming out is going to be based around these clinical studies that are ongoing and all the data that they're throwing off, as well as ongoing product development. And that's kind of summarized in shorter term metrics here in this slide. So we're getting some accreditation of assays in Europe that allows them to get paid and reimbursed. We're releasing new assays and capabilities out to the market this quarter, both in to handle different sample types and new forms of data analysis. And then we start to see a number of milestones achieved, hopefully in the fourth quarter, around publications from some of our studies, progress that our customers are making in developing their own assays. We expect to have a prototype of our next generation system available, and we expect to grow our install base to 150 systems by the end of this year. And so far, we see that these milestones are on track. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole slide, and you can go back and take a look at our first quarter earnings release, which is now behind us. But we had a very solid first quarter, and overall, 2021 is off to a great start, and it's punctuated by a lot of data coming out, a lot of sites adopting the technology, and a lot of users publishing ongoing methods. And so what we see is great progress in the business and very good progress in terms of generating awareness and publications and data, which are our tool for market development. From a financial perspective overall, as I said, we did about 3.2 million in revenues in the first quarter, which was substantial year-over-year growth. And we spent about $12 million in operating expense in that quarter, but owing to some incredible financings that we did in January of 2021, we ended the first quarter with about $362 million in cash. And so you can see we have a really long cash runway that allows us to execute this plan. We do not expect to be back in the market raising financing. And I really want to thank my incredible team that has come together and made this possible. We've added people as recently as Jason Pryor and Richard Shippey, Chief Commercial Officer and Chief Business Officer, respectively. And we love the progress that we're making. So I want to thank everybody for following along here. And again, Jeff and Destiny, for the opportunity to share our story.
Thank you very much, Erik. We do have a few minutes, so I just wanted to kind of throw you one rather large question, I suppose. So you're making the leap, if you will, from predominantly a research platform toward and through to a commercial platform. So if you can kind of walk us through how then they look, and then talk about how you're going to deal with the coding and the payers as that goes through. I know you had one slide which referenced the Praxis Z codes, et cetera. If you could touch upon that, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah. So I think when we transition into this market, which is really adopting the system so that those labs can then develop different applications on the system, leverage our foundational capability and then offer those services commercially, we see a tremendous amount of pull. Labs need to see published evidence that our capabilities are what I say they are. They so far appreciate what I say, but they want to see their peers also saying that based on a rigorous study. And so those publications have been coming out, and they will continue to come out. That's critical. People really rely upon that, and we're grateful to our collaborators for the work that they're doing. So that gives them confidence that the technology works. They bring it in-house, they validate it in-house, and they develop their own assays. And then they go through a process of getting paid for those assays. And in some sites, what we see is that they bring the technology in and they use it, and they run it on samples that might be, for example, negative by the traditional method. So they use it as a reflex, and they pay for it out of their budget directly. Other sites are seeking, like you said, Praxis, to bill third-party payers. And so the process for that is something that they do on their own. They apply for codes. There are Z codes, PLA codes. And so Praxis, Augusta University are examples of sites that have gotten those codes. And we would expect those codes to be priced by the different agencies in the second half of this year. So we're in that second half. So sometime before the end of the year, we'll expect them to be priced, and that will really set an economic value. Now, other labs will have to follow on through the same process, while we are also working on different coding and coverage approaches. And so this is something that the whole community takes on as an effort, works together on, and as a critical mass develops, then we see third-party payers supporting the technology. One thing I want to underscore in the process is that it's not like it's a new biomarker, so we don't have to convince a payer to support testing for something they've never seen before. Labs will be using this technology to address markers that are being addressed today. They just do it in a different fashion. So that's really a coding issue, not a coverage issue. And so it's much more mechanical. And so we don't expect that to be controversial. It does take some time, though.
Perfect. So I'm afraid we're out of time, Erik. We'd love to go longer, but we're unable to. So I want to thank you very much and appreciate your contribution to our day. So
hey, you're very welcome. Thanks.
And best wish on the back half of the year and Q2.
All right.
Thanks again.
See you soon. Bye.
Oh my God, guys, that was amazing. Okay, I mean, Bionano Genomics CEO. I told you guys, this guy is the best CEO so far, in my opinion, in 2021. He spoke about, what the Sapphire device is going. What we just experienced right now, guys, is more or less the earnings report, without the financials of or the second quarter earnings report without the financials of 2021. That is more or less what we just experienced. And the presentation that the CEO presented is different from what we saw during the first quarter earnings report. You guys can see more details. They have updated this, their document, their PDF file has been updated. Now they spoke about Nanopore. For example, Nanopore was not included in their the first quarter earnings report. They didn't say anything about Nanopore. Now they included Nanopore because Nanopore is about to go public. Okay, they are about to go public. So we are going to have 3 big companies going after Bionano Genomics: Nanopore, PacBio, and Illumina. And according to the CEO, I find this very interesting because he said Nanopore, is in that range of 20,000 base pairs. Okay, PacBio is in the range of 12,000 base pair, and Illumina is in 150 base pair. Meanwhile, Bionano Genomics is in that 500,000. Okay, so Bionano Genomics, in my opinion, of course, is superior whenever it comes to optical genome mapping. And also, Bionano Genomics CEO, he spoke about prenatal testing, liquid biopsy, and next time, he also spoke about lineaging. How some customers are using the Sapphire device as a diagnostic service. Okay, they are using it for diagnostic services. Okay, we are talking about lineaging as well, and of course how they are using it for optical genome mapping services as well, and sales and rental, of course. And also he spoke about the next generation instrument. I believe Bionano Genomics is working on something. Okay, I mean, he spoke about next generation instruments. I don't think that is only about the throughput, because they are trying to increase the throughput of the Sapphire device from 5,000 human genomes per year to about 77,000 per year. And he said that is going to happen towards the end of 2023. So I think Bionano Genomics, like I have been saying, they are possibly developing a new device, okay? And he said that device is more or less next generation, instrument. He made that statement in that video, next generation instrument. So you guys should be pumped. I mean, a lot of things are going to be happening in this space, and I'm not in a hurry. You guys know that I have like 5 years, $100 US price target in the next 5 years, and Bionano Genomics is just getting started. And he said we expect to deliver, to install 150 Sapphire device in 2021. 150 Sapphire device in 2021, guys. So I mean, he said they expect. He's more or less speaking with assurance, like he is almost super sure that Bionano Genomics is going to install 150 Sapphire device in 2021. And I think if he is so sure, I believe Bionano Genomics is going to install more than 150 Sapphire device in this year alone. Jason Pryor, the chief commercial officer, is going crazy. You guys heard him spoke about Jason Pryor. He also spoke about the chief business officer, how the team of Bionano Genomics, how he is super bullish. Let me see if I can skip it a little bit. Hopefully it's good. I'm going to skip it where he spoke about the CBO and the CMO, where he showed the management. And I mean, the management of the BNGO management is right now is super complete, guys. I mean, Jason Pryor, like I told you guys, he helped GeneDx to increase their revenue, okay, from about $8 million US to about 225 million US dollars. So guys, I'm trying to see if I can find that that page where he spoke about the management of Bionano. I can't seem to find it. Okay, so guys, I mean, this is super interesting. I'm still going to go over this video once again, watch it like 2 or 3 times, and then I'm going to make a review, and I'll share with you guys what I have been able to discover from my own perspective. Okay, you guys know that, I mean, this is what I love doing, this is what I do best right now. So, and I made a lot of notes, jot a lot of points, and I'll be sharing more with you guys in tomorrow, I believe. First of all, I'm going to post a video tomorrow talking about the engineering, how the Sapphire device is an engineer genius. Okay, I'm going to share that with you guys tomorrow. I'm still editing the video. It's taking longer than I would want to, but I have to edit it and share it with you guys tomorrow. Then I'm going to make a video about today, reviewing what the CEO just said. I love the confidence in Dr. Erik Holmlin. You guys can see that he is speaking, with authority. He is speaking with assurance. I mean, this guy, this is why I'm invested in Bionano Genomics. I don't know why most of you guys are invested in BNGO, but I love what the CEO is doing so far. You can see the confidence is there that they are delivering. The Sapphire is being adopted, all around the world, and they have a strong team. They have enough cash. They don't have debt. Okay, they don't have any debt, and you guys can see it in his tone. So I think this is more or less the second quarter of 2021 earnings report without the financial. So we're going to see. I'm still going to see. I want to see what he's going to talk about during the second quarter earnings report. I mean, for sure they are going to talk about the numbers, how much they have spent, and how many devices they have installed, and so on and so forth, which is going to make that one also another super interesting event. So you guys, if you are new on this channel, please subscribe and please join the channel. Help this channel to grow. It is not easy to record video, guys. It's not easy to edit video. Guys, help this channel to grow. Subscribe if this is your first time on this channel, where we talk about Bionano Genomics talk. Every day I try to post at least one video. If you guys have any question, please let me know. If not, we have to log out. So I think that's it, guys. That is it. Diamond hand. We just have to diamond hand our position. What's up, Ayo? What's going on, Alpha? What's up, everybody? Thanks, guys, for checking in. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day, guys. I remain your boy Dayo. This is Frunkla Investment. I bought the deal.